What's up, guys? It's your boy Barca Boy 103. Today we're gonna be doing the match preview for Girona versus Barcelona in La Liga. It is the second Catalan derby of the season, as Barcelona will travel about 10 minutes up the road to face our friendly neighbors. It's not a noisy neighbor like Espanyol. It is the friendly neighbors. Yep, they're neighbors, they're nice to us, but they are still rivals nonetheless, and they are in our way currently of getting 3 points in this match, which Barcelona need to continue their title push. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 200 likes in this video. Be very much appreciated. And also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Kickoff time for this match will be taking place at 4:15 p.m. local time, so we do have the early kickoff tomorrow in La Liga, and this match will be taking place at the Estadio Montilivi, which again is about 20 minutes up the road from the Camp Nou. And also, this match will be very special because Barcelona will be debuting their fourth kit of the season, which has been released, confirmed, and announced this morning. The new and upgraded La Señera kit for Barcelona. Again, it's exactly like the league that we've been talking about over the past few months. Overall, for me, looks good, and it will be debuted on the pitch tomorrow. And the referee for this match has also been confirmed. On the pitch, it will be Alejandro Muñez Ruiz, who is one of the new referees as part of the RFEF. Very young. I think he's 31 years old, and he'll be refereeing his first Barcelona match. And on the VAR, it'll be Jose Luisa Muniera Montero. Let's start off by taking a look at the league table, where Barcelona currently sit top of La Liga on 44 points after playing 17 matches. We do have 14 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. And you look at our last 5 games in the league, 4 wins and 1 draw. The second best recent form ahead, of course, Real Sociedad, who won 5 out of 5 of the last games in the league. They currently sit on 38 points after playing 18 matches. But of course, our main rivals for the league is Real Madrid, who currently sit in second place on 41 points after playing 17 matches. They do have 13 wins, 2 draws, and 2 losses. But you look at the last 5 games in the league, those 2 losses are coming in their last 5 games, with the other 3, of course, being victories. Not really a big cushion right now for Barcelona. They still have to keep going. We don't really have any room for error at the moment. Of course, if we do lose and Real Madrid win, they'll be on the same points as us. We'll be ahead on goal difference. But then it comes to head-to-heads, and then we're looking at that second leg at the Camp Nou Clásico, which I think will be in March. That's going to be a huge game. So right now, Barcelona don't have any room to, drop points at the moment. They have to be very firm and just keep winning until Real Madrid drop a few points. But if you take a look at the top teams and who they'll be facing this weekend, Atletico Madrid will be traveling to Osasuna, who right now are on great form in the semifinal of the Copa del Rey, also doing very well in the league for their standards. Real Madrid will be hosting third place Real Sociedad. Now, of course, it'll be at the Bernabeu, so you could expect Madrid to be the favorites, but Sociedad are a good team. We saw them, of course, midweek in the Copa del Rey, so they could maybe get a draw, maybe even a win. We'll have to wait and see on that. And finally, Villarreal will be taking on Rayo Vallecano, where Villarreal win. Most likely, they could be in the top 4 if results do go their way. So overall, we're looking, of course, at that top 2 right now. Barcelona at the top. They gotta be Girona to keep going, keep their momentum going, keep that continuing form, and also hope that Real Madrid drop points that win later on in the future. We have some room to drop points and room to wiggle and finesse, but at the moment, no room for error whatsoever. Now, if you take a look at our opponents in Girona and where they're currently standing in the league table, they are currently sat in 11th place in La Liga on 21 points. After playing 18 matches, they do have 5 wins, 6 draws, and 7 losses. You look at their last 5 games in the league, 1 loss, 2 wins, and 2 draws. So being one of the newly promoted teams in La Liga this season, so far they are reaching their expectations that they expected. Let's now take a look at our opponents in Girona. Like I just mentioned, they're one of the newly promoted teams this season, and so far for their expectations, they're not doing too bad. Of course, their goal is to stay in the league, and currently they're mid-table, so far so good in terms of their standard. Now, last time we actually faced them was in club-friendly competition, where we beat them in a preseason friendly 3-1. I believe it was Memphis Depay's debut. At that point, where Barcelona are all-time low, so any signing was just over the moon. In terms of league competition, the last time we were in the league, I think Barcelona beat them like 6-1 at home. We won away as well. So Barcelona do have a good record against their city rivals. Now, if you take a look at Girona's last 6 matches in all competition, in their last match, they lost to Villarreal 1-0. They beat Sevilla 2-1. They drew 2-2 in the other Catalan derby to Espanyol. They also drew 2-2 with Rayo Vallecano. They lost in the second round of the Copa del Rey 2-1. And they lost 2-0 to Man City in a preseason post-World Cup friendly match. Now, let's take a look now at their last 3 matches in all competition. Firstly is the 2-2 draw against Espanyol, the pricks down the road versus the nice people down the road. Now, I did end up watching the second half of this match because it was quite intense. Espanyol went 2-1 up. This whole stadium started chanting Puta Girona, Puta Barcelona, and then Girona came in with a late equalizer. Of course, in a derby, it's always tense. Alex Garcia playing very, very well in this match in their midfield. Overall, though, points were shared in Barcelona. Next up is their 2-1 win against Sevilla. Now, Sevilla at this point were at a very, very low point. They were switching managers, not doing too well, and Girona capitalized. They had a very good game. Wouldn't say they dominated particularly, but they did, capitalize on the opportunities they had, the chances they made. Defense was very, very solid. Again, Alex Garcia in the midfield playing very, very well, and overall they walk away with 3 points in their pocket. And finally is their last match in all competition, which was a 1-0 loss to Villarreal. Now, at this point, Girona in the league were doing fairly well. They were drawing games, winning games, haven't lost too much in like the last 7 games, I believe, so on a good streak. In this match, they played well. They were holding out Villarreal. 90th minute, they conceded a penalty, and Gerard Moreno misses it. I think Gazzaniga saves it. 98th minute, they concede another penalty, and Danny Parejo puts it away, and it was a very disappointing way to lose all 3 points. So overall, final thoughts on Girona. They're a typical mid-table side in the league. They go toe-to-toe with the mid-table sides against the big teams. They'll probably park the bus and try to get a result. Their manager is Michel, who is very, very experienced in the league. He's coached, I believe, like Huesca, Rayo Vallecano, Mallorca. He's coached a lot, mid to lower opposition sides in the league. So he does have the experience. His record against Barcelona is not too great, but he has taken away a few points from us for sure. Players to look out for, of course, they have a very, very strong team. Gazzaniga and goal has done well for them. Orlando Romeo signing from Southampton. Alex Garcia is on great form for them. They do have the striker from Real Madrid, the Brazilian Reinier. I think he's injured right now. Of course, their Italian up front and captain Stuani, who we've tried to sign on multiple occasions a few years back. Watch out for him as well. But the main player is, of course, Arnau Martinez, who has been rumored to join Barcelona over the past year. Keep your eyes on him and his performance. It's like we watched Zubamendi in the last match. You have to watch Arnau Martinez. Xavi was even asked about him in his press conference as well. So again, from Girona, they were to park the bus, hit on the counterattack as we expect. So Barcelona has to be very, very strong in that midfield, and also in the chance they create, they have to finish them. It won't come around often, and if you don't finish them, you will walk away with many, many regrets. Time now to get into Xavi's press conference reaction. His press conference this morning, of course, he was asked a lot of questions from the media about the current match, Copa del Rey, future of the squad. You know the drill. So let's get and see what the Gav had to say this morning in the presser. He came out saying, firstly, that Girona is a team with a similar style to ours. Michel is a great coach. He's one of the coaches I like the most in the league. He's then asked about the Copa del Rey semi-final draw. Of course, it's now Real Madrid, Osasuna, Athletic Club, and Football Club Barcelona left. He said, look, I don't care about the opponent in the Copa del Rey semi-final at the moment. We are currently focused on Girona tomorrow. The team's in a very good moment. The ties have given us morale and peace of mind, referring, of course, to the Super Cup, and we're having a great season so far, barring, of course, elimination in the Champions League. He then asked about the performance of Dembele against Sociedad and also his contract renewals. That Dembele, for me, is important. He's fundamental. He's a player who can make the difference. I hope he continues with us for many years. The club knows how much I love him, and hopefully they can indeed renew his contract. Confirms there's going to be rotation tomorrow. Tomorrow will make some rotation. Everyone in the team is important. Then asked about the registration of Pablo Gavi, saying the registration of Gavi, I'm calm about it. That's what they transmit to me. Jordi Cruyff, Mateo Alemán, Joan Laporta. Same thing for Araujo and Alejandro Balde as well. He was then asked about Ferran Torres' participation tomorrow. The journalist asked him if Ferran will play as a striker tomorrow, but then Xavi had to tell him, hey, he's suspended, but he still answered the question about Ferran's morale and all that sort of stuff. That Ferran's a player who never gives up. He's a professional. For a coach, he's a guarantee. He always does his job and gives his all on the pitch and also in the training ground. Then as of the future and contract renewal of Sergio Busquets, he said, look, that Busquets is one of the best pivots in the history of football, and I think he's very, very underrated. He's a fundamental piece for my team, and I hope he stays for many years, but it is a personal decision. Then asked about the contract renewal of Marcos Alonso. With this morning, there are a lot of reports coming out saying that Ronald Alonso has renewed his contract at Barcelona for 1 more year, plus another year option. Xavi said, I'm very happy with Marcos Alonso. He's a proven player. He's a guarantee. He's very versatile. He's adapted very well. He's a signing of a high level and really important for our team. He said, I'm currently delighted with the squad that I have. He was asked about if Memphis is leaving, will you sign a replacement, all that sort of stuff. He said, I'm very, very happy with the squad right now. I don't want anyone else to leave, and if no one else comes in, I'm all okay. Then he was asked about Pedri. Now, Pedri does play tomorrow. He'll be making his 100th appearance for Barcelona at the age of 20. Madness. He said that Pedri's numbers are extraordinary. He has a brutal future and present at the club. We have a very good generation of young players, and we have to make them feel loved. Then asked about Arnaud Martinez, and he's a fullback that we are tracking. He has personality, and he's a very interesting player. Then asked about Ousmane Dembele's injury record, saying that why hasn't been injured that much since he's come in. He's had 14 different injuries before you. After I think he's only had 1. He said that with Dembele, we do injury prevention, low control, and so on. He has changed the chip. He feels happy and very loved. I give him confidence, and he returns it to me. I'm very happy with his performances. Then asked about Marc-Andre ter Stegen, saying that, look, I've already said it, he's among the best 3 goalkeepers in the world, if not the best. For Barcelona, he is the best because of the way he plays. He is the best possible keeper out there to play in our system. Then asked about Gavi, on his performances and his passion and his aggression, all that sort of stuff. Again, he said that he doesn't fool anyone. He's pure passion. He's motivated. He's contagious. He has a surprising 18-year-old personality, and he knows his greatest training is with a beautiful soul. He was then asked about Ansu Fati, saying that he's comfortable near the goal. He can play with his back turned, 1 against 1. Both position, of course, left wing and striker, suit him the most. Then asked about forward option, of course, with Memphis leaving. What do you see? That 6 striker, 6 forward, you could say, for Barcelona. He said, look, we've had 6 pure forwards, and now there's only 5 alternatives. Alejandro Balde can play at left wing. Jordi Alba can play at the left wing. Or even Roberto can play on the wing. So I'm happy with what we have right now. We don't need any more. And lastly, Xavi concluded off by saying that we have players of high quality here. We do, in fact, have problems picking the lineups, but of course, that is a very, very positive sign. And that concluded Xavi's press conference reaction to the match against Girona tomorrow. Let's now get into the lineup prediction. We're going to start with the manager, of course, Xavi Hernandez. I'm going to try my best to predict this lineup. I've had the most struggle I've ever had in my 2 years of YouTube picking this lineup because I have absolutely no idea what Xavi's going to pick, and all the league lines have come out. I'm like looking at them like, ain't no way Xavi's picking this. But in the end, I have resulted, and I have gone with this lineup on the screen right now. I've picked ter Stegen in goal, a back 4 of Sergio Roberto, Araujo, Eric Garcia, and Jordi Alba. Midfield 3 of De Jong, Kessie, and Gavi, and a front 3 of Raphinha, Ansu Fati, and Ousmane Dembele. Now, firstly, in the back 5, I think Xavi's main objective will be to rest Kounde. Kounde has played a ridiculous amount of minutes over the past few weeks. He needs rest, and of course, after playing midweek, the team needs rest as well. I think he will stick with Araujo. He's just come back in, same with Frenkie de Jong as well. I think this will be a chance for Eric Garcia, Jordi Alba to come in, and even Sergio Roberto. So Christensen, Kounde, and you could say Balde being rotated. In the midfield, I think his main objective again will be to rest Sergio Busquets. Played a lot of minutes over the past few weeks. Pedri, of course, did go off with a knock, so he's fully fit. He should be there in the stadium tomorrow, so I think he will make some rotation. I think he'll stick with Gavi and De Jong, and then bring in Kessie as well. The front 3 is exactly the front 3 that we have available. Of course, Lewandowski and Ferran will both be serving their final suspension for their red cards. The problem with me is that this front 3 did not work against Getafe, so that's why I think Xavi might change it, but I have no idea what he's going to change it to. He could play with the 4 midfield, maybe bring in Pedri, take off, I don't know, Raphinha, then go with Ansu and Dembele up top with Gavi as the false winger. That could be a possibility as well. But overall, this is not everything that Xavi Hernandez will select for this match. But of course, let me know in the comments below what you think Xavi will go with. Now I'm going to show you guys my lineup, what I would do if I was a Barcelona coach. And I have made a few changes. From Xavi's lineup. I have gone with this lineup on the screen right now. I would go with ter Stegen in goal, a back 4 of Hector Bellerin, Araujo, Eric Garcia, Jordi Alba, midfield 3 of De Jong, Roberto, and Pablo Torre, and a front 3 of Raphinha, Ansu Fati, and Pablo Gavi as the false winger. So my objective is, look, Girona not that great. I think this team right here can beat them. It's now the question of can they perform on the pitch? Will the chemistry be correct? Of course, Roberto doesn't really play that much in the midfield. Pablo Torre does not really play that much in general. Same with Eric Garcia. But I really want to rest players. I think Dembele's played a lot of minutes over the past few weeks. Busquets has played a lot of minutes. Kounde, again, ridiculous. He's played extra time in the Super Cup and a full minute against Atletico Madrid. And it's the main priority in this match for me is to rest Kounde. That's to be the objective for Xavi as well. I want to rest Christensen as well. He went off with a knock, I believe, against Sociedad as well. I wouldn't mind starting Bald in this match. You could maybe start him as a winger like Xavi did say, but I think keeping it the way that we've structured it over the past month where we've been on good form is important. So I'll go with this team. I want to rest Pedri as well. He had that knock with Gavi's. He has the energy to burn, in my opinion, so I wouldn't play Gavi for the full 90 minutes as well. Big game for Ansu Fati as well to perform in this match, but overall my lineup, I will admit it is a big risk, but this is the line that I will select for this match. But of course, let me know in the comments below, would you rather pick my lineup or Xavi's lineup? Time now for my score prediction. What do I believe the result will be in this match? Of course, we're on a title charge, so I think nothing but the 3 points for Barcelona. I think Barcelona will win. I've gone with Barcelona winning this match by 2-0. I think it will be close. Derby, of course, stadium will be packed full. We are expecting some rotation. I think it will depend mostly on the rotation that Xavi does decide. Will he go heavy rotation, minor rotation? No matter what, though, I am expecting Barcelona to win this game. Clean sheet, of course, is the big question. I think if Araujo just starts, I think the clean sheet is obtainable for sure. If he starts 2 of Christensen, Kounde, and Araujo, I think we will get the clean sheet for sure. It's now a question of will the attack score. Will Ansu Fati be on form? Raphinha, Dembele. That's it. So that's whether or not they perform or not. But I think we will get the job done tomorrow. I think Barcelona will win this match by 2-0. But of course, let me know your score predictions down in the comments below. So that's a match preview for Girona versus Barcelona in La Liga. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. But the main thing I want to know firstly, of course, is your score prediction, and secondly, on those lineups. Firstly, would you rather pick my lineup or Xavi's lineup? What do you think Xavi's gonna go with? Please tell me that, because I'm absolutely clueless. What would you go with if you're the manager? Leave me all your thoughts down below, and of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below as well if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the live watch along. Set the reminder on the screen and come and join me and watch the game with me. Follow after the match for my match review. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, early morning, but I will be there rooting on Barcelona, and hopefully we pick up all 3 points. Take care, and Forza Barca.